How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. I am Jason C, and if you're a subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Really appreciate seeing you again. If it's your first time here, you're looking for the latest in bourbon and whiskey news and reviews, you have found the right channel. So think about hitting that subscribe button below, and also think about hitting that bell notification so you know when I'm releasing a new video. Today, I am a little bit giddy because today we have a really cool bottle of bourbon. This is the Booker's 30th anniversary special release. Really looking forward to reviewing this one, so let's get into it. So the Booker's bourbon bottlings are something we see hit multiple times a year with as high as 4 individual high-proof releases hitting the shelves. Now, every now and again, this super premium American whiskey label from Beam Suntory throws a special release into the mix, which becomes highly coveted, such as was Booker's Rye a couple years ago, which was ridiculously good. So late last year, this beautiful bottle hit the shelves, the Booker's 30th Anniversary Bourbon. So Booker's 30th Anniversary Bourbon, according to those behind it, celebrates the legacy of late Beam Master Distiller Booker No and the founding of his namesake brand about 3 decades ago. So under the watchful eye of Booker's son and current Beam Master Distiller Fred No, this new bourbon was put together by mingling 2 different whiskeys. We have a 9-year-old Kentucky Straight Bourbon, which is about 70% of the blend, and a 16-year-old straight bourbon, which is about 30% of the blend, all mingling together to create this very limited special bottling. It's a great honor to release Booker's 30th anniversary in commemoration of my dad and the path he paved when he introduced the world to Booker's bourbon, said Fred No. He also added, when we first started talking about an anniversary batch, I knew it would have to be something special, and during my final tasting of the extra aged liquid, I knew Dad would have been pleased. I'm proud to carry on his legacy every day and to share this special release in honor of the damn fine whiskey he created 30 years ago. All right, guys, so here's a close-up of the 30th anniversary bottle. As you can see, I ripped into that beautiful silver wax that was on top that kind of hurt my soul a little bit. But I'm excited to get into this one. You can see the 30th anniversary monogram on the front there. Beautiful bottle, still has that classic Booker's look to it. So as I mentioned, this is 125.8 proof. This is a blend of 2 different straight bourbon whiskeys. 70% of it is a 9-year-old whiskey, and 30% of it is a 16-year-old whiskey. It's bottled at cask strength, non-chill filtered, natural color like we love our Bookers to be. It's a 30th anniversary bottle with a price around $200. So let's get into a pour here. Twist this open. Oh, nice pop. Let's get a nice pour here. Oof, looks good. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so I've been letting this sit for the better part of about 15 minutes, trying to open it up, get those flavors out in the open here. As you can see, I'm a huge fan of Booker's. I tend to buy each release just because I really do think that each one is a little bit different that they release, and always love, kind of figuring out which one I like best each year. This one is obviously a special bottling, the 30th anniversary. I'm so happy to get this. I love this box, this reclaimed wood that they have, apparently from the same warehouses that Booker No used to walk around. I think it's a really special packaging. It's really great. So I could smell this stuff already. So let's get into the nose, guys. Here we go. Wow, so as I kind of wave it by my nose first, heavy oak influence there. I mean, you got a 16-year bourbon in here, the 9-year. You got a ton of cherry, cinnamon. Man, there's a really nice chocolate note in there, but I'm waiting for that typical Booker's. Yeah, you really kind of stick your nose in there, and oh, there it is. It's like that beautiful peanut buttery, that velvet peanut butter note that I get on a really good Booker's. And you kind of mix that with the chocolate. It's like a peanut butter cup. Oh, it's so amazing on the nose. There's some baking spice in there too. You get some really nice roasted vanilla, some caramel. That roasted peanut, almost like My family, we like to do roasted chestnuts on the holidays. You get a little bit of that in there, maybe. Maybe it's more of a roasted chestnut, not a peanut. All right, well, I can't wait anymore. Let's go in for the first sip. Cheers to Book or No. Happy 30th anniversary. Cheers. Whoa. Oh my goodness, the flavors on the first sip. Oh, and it's sticking to my palate like glue. Wow, that is so creamy. It's creamy, it's velvety, packing a lot of flavor on that first sip, but it's such a high burst of flavor. I did get a good amount of oak there in that first sip, but now in the finish, that quintessential Booker's peanut buttery goodness flavor that I usually get really just kind of hit the back of my palate. But let's go in for the second sip, see what we get. Cheers. All right, right up front, oak. A lot of oak, but sweet oak. Cinnamon. Such a strong cinnamon kick. Probably one of the strongest cinnamon kicks I've gotten on a Booker's. A lot of baking spices in here to be found. Definitely getting a little bit of some cinnamon in there. A little bit of allspice, but the finish, this velvety chocolate peanut butter. And the finish is, it's actually, I'm kind of getting more of an alcohol on the finish rather than flavor. It's almost kind of drying there on the finish there, but let's go in for the third sip and see what we get. Cheers. Wow, it's weird because the oak flavor I'm getting is in the front. It's the oak and the cinnamon in the front, and then as it hits mid palate, and then it starts to finish out, this chocolate peanut buttery, almost an almond butter kick kind of just takes over, and then down on the finish, it gets a little bit fruity on the finish for me. I'm getting a little bit of a kind of a dark fruit kick there too. But there's a really nice level of spiciness too that's kind of on the palate. But as I said, it's almost drying. It definitely kind of dries you out a little bit. I think it's that high alcohol proof, but really, really great experience there on the palate. Let's go for another sip here. Cheers. Wow, so the whole experience, it's pretty crazy. You get that really nice oak and cinnamon kick right up front. Then it turns into that peanut buttery, velvety almond butter flavor almost. And then it's weird because these flavors that coat your palate, they just stick to the sides and to the sides of your mouth. And then as it works your way back, there's almost a drying aspect to it. It kind of is drying you out. So it's weird between the mouth coating and you wanting to taste more, then you add that kind of dryness to it on the end, then you really want more. It's going to be hard not to drink this bottle really fast. All right, let's go for one final sip, guys. Here we go. Cheers. Yeah, it's staying super consistent, which I can appreciate in a good bourbon. It is staying with that really beautiful cinnamon, oak right up front. Then it just gets you get a little bit of that dark fruit sweetness there in the mid palate, but then that peanut buttery chocolate flavor that just kind of finishes. Then you get a really nice spice kick on the end. Like I said, it's a little drying, but I think the flavors in here and what it provides as far as that velvety mouthfeel it's amazing. It's definitely worth of a 30th anniversary bourbon for Book or No. It's definitely one of my favorite Bookers that I've had in a long time. All right, guys, so what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to add some water to this, being it's 125.8 proof. I want to see what water does to this. I normally don't add water, but when it gets to above 120, I like to see what a little bit of water does to it. So let's find out what it does to this Booker's. Just going to add a couple drops. All right. All right, so I'm going to let this mingle, let it sit, and let's see what it does. All right, guys, so this has been sitting about 20 minutes now. Let's see what some water did to it, especially on the nose. So here we go. Let's see what it did. Definitely made it a lot sweeter on the nose. This is now vanilla and caramel candy. It kind of diminished that oak punch I was getting initially. You're still getting that nice peanut butter note that you get on a Booker's. Wow, this almost smells like what a regular bottle of Booker's would smell like, not the amped up version that was in here. Yeah, really good nose. It really just made it more inviting, more sweet, almost kind of like a candy shop. It's really sweet on the nose now. Those caramel vanillas, those brown sugars are really just kind of jumping out of the glass. All right, let's go to the palate and see what we get. Cheers. Oh, wow. Yeah. Ooh, it really made it sweeter all around. Really, really good. This is like vanilla ice cream now. Wow, what a jump towards what a shift in flavor. It's crazy. There is that little bit of nuttiness still that you're getting on the palate. You're still getting that peanut buttery, but I'm kind of losing that chocolate note now. It doesn't taste so much like a Reese's Pieces. Really, it's just the water really brought out some sweet flavors in there. Let's go with another sip. Cheers. Wow, so that last sip was just amazing. This has completely turned into vanilla ice cream with caramel and maybe some peanut butter sauce on there. You lose a little bit of that chocolate note, but there's enough there to really kind of keep you wanting to go back for more. It's amazing what some water does, because to me, it's two completely different whiskeys now. The dark, rich, those dark flavors we were talking about without water have kind of taken a back seat now. Now those sweet flavors that you love in a Booker's are coming to the forefront. You're getting a lot of vanilla, a lot of caramel. The oak is definitely more subdued, but then you're still getting that really nice hint of peanut butter on the finish. The finish is definitely diminished a little bit too with some water, but if this is too high a proof for you, or if it comes on a little bit too strong, adding a few drops of water to this does not ruin it at all. It actually makes it really good and really sweet. So either way you have it, it's an absolutely delicious bourbon. All right, guys, so Booker's 30th anniversary, is it worth it for me? Being a Booker's enthusiast, it was absolutely worth every penny. Now, if you're not a Booker's enthusiast, or you're not a fan of that flavor profile, that Jim Beam flavor profile with that peanut buttery, maybe chocolate cherry type flavors, definitely more on the kind of peanut butter or almond butter side, then you're really not going to like this, because it takes basically what's in some of these and just amps it up. So if you're not a fan of that flavor profile, do not buy the bottle, because you'll be highly disappointed. But if you are a Booker's enthusiast like I am, and you love that flavor profile, this is that, but just amped up to such another level that it's really going to be hard to not sip on this and go through this bottle fast, but I'm going to try. All right, guys, well, thanks again for watching the Mash and Drum Whiskey Room. Hope you enjoyed this review for Booker's 30th anniversary bourbon. I sure did, as you could tell. It's got everything you want in a Booker's and then some. So if you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button below. Please hit that like button. You can find me on Instagram, and you can also find me on Twitter. Why don't you connect with me there? Let me know if you've had this Booker's 30th, what you think of it, how it compares to maybe some of your other favorite Booker's bourbons. And like I always say, it is not about the whiskey, it is the people you share it with. So cheers, everyone, and cheers to Booker No. Happy 30 years of Booker's bourbon. Take care.